the scientific progress we're going to see. I'm a big believer that like real sustainable improvements in quality of life come from scientific and technological progress, and I think we're going to have a lot more of that. So there are all the obvious benefits, and like I think it'd be good to end poverty.
A few days ago, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman announced to the world that his company will be creating and releasing incredibly powerful AI systems. According to Altman, this is the only way to guarantee that the horrific shift to a world run by superintelligence is carried out without a hitch. What is Sam Altman's take on AI and its future? According to the CEO of the business that developed ChatGPT, artificial intelligence will fundamentally change society as we know it. Although there are legitimate risks, he thinks it has the potential to be the greatest technology humanity has yet developed, and significantly enhance our quality of life. We need to exercise caution in this situation, stated OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. I think people should be happy that we're a little bit scared of this. Just a few months after its release, it is already regarded as the consumer application with the highest growth rate ever. In a matter of months, the app gained 100 million monthly active users. According to the UBS study, it took TikTok 9 months and Instagram nearly 3 years to attain that number of users. Despite being not perfect, according to Altman, GPT's 4 uniform bar exam score was in the 90th percentile. Additionally, it revealed an almost flawless score on the SAT math exam and is now capable of writing computer code in the majority of programming languages. GPT-4 is merely a first step towards OpenAI's ultimate objective of creating artificial general intelligence, or AI systems that are generally smarter than humans, once AI reaches a significant threshold. Even though Altman is happy with his product's success, he confessed that he worries about the potential harmful AI applications at night. "I'm particularly worried about these models could be used for large-scale disinformation," Altman stated. Now that they're getting better at writing computer code, they could be used for offensive cyber attacks. Altman does not share a frequent sci-fi fear. AI models that scheme world dominance, make decisions on their own, and don't require humans. According to Altman, it waits for someone to give it an input. This is a tool that is very much in human control. He acknowledges that he's afraid of which humans might be in charge of though. There will be other people who don't put some of the safety limits that we put on, he stated. Society, I think, has a limited amount of time to figure out how to react to that, how to regulate that, how to handle it. On the first day of classes in 2017, President Vladimir Putin is reported as saying to the Russian pupils that the winner of the AI race would probably rule the world. Altman remarked. So that's a chilling statement for sure. What I hope is instead that we successfully develop more and more powerful systems that we can all use in different ways and integrate it into our daily lives, into the economy, and become an amplifier of human will. What is Sam Altman's take on misinformation being spread with the help of AI? OpenAI claims that GPT-4 has significantly improved over its predecessor, including the capacity to comprehend images as input. In demonstrations, GPT-4 is seen answering puzzles, explaining what is in a refrigerator, and even explaining the significance of an online meme. Currently, only a limited number of users can utilize this function, including those visually impaired users who are taking part in beta testing. However, Altman claims that false information is a persistent problem with AI language models, such as ChatGPT, as the softwares may provide users with factually incorrect information. The thing that I try to caution people the most is what we call the hallucination problems, said Altman. The model will confidently state things as if they were facts that are entirely made up. According to OpenAI, one reason the model suffers this problem is that it relies on deductive reasoning rather than memory. Sam Altman told ABC News that this emergent ability to reason better was one of the biggest differences that we saw from GPT 3.5 to GPT 4. The goal is to predict the next word, and with that, we're seeing that this is understanding of language, Altman stated. We want these models to see and understand the world more like we do. The right way to think of the models that we create is a reasoning engine, not a fact database, Altman stated. They can also act as a fact database, but that's not really what's special about them. What we want them to do is something closer to the ability to reason, not memorize, according to Altman. He and his colleagues are hopeful that the model will become this reasoning engine over time, eventually being able to distinguish fact from fiction using the internet and its own deductive reasoning. According to OpenAI, GPT-4 is 40% more likely than its predecessors to generate accurate results. The system is something that you should not use it for, according to Altman, who nevertheless advises users to confirm the program's outcomes. Another problem has been the kind of data that ChatGPT and other AI language models hold. For example, if ChatGPT could instruct a user on how to manufacture a bomb. According to Altman, the safety precautions built into ChatGPT make the response to be a no. A thing that I do worry about is we're not going to be the creator of this technology, stated Altman. there will be other people who don't put some sort of safety limits that we put on. According to Altman, there are a few ways to mitigate each of these possible risks using AI. One suggestion is to let society experiment with ChatGPT in a low-risk environment and observe how people utilize it. It is currently open to the public, mainly because we're gathering lots of feedback, as Altman puts it. He also claims that more people test OpenAI's applications, it gets simpler to determine which situations require safety precautions. What are people using them for? But also, what are the issues with it? What are the downfalls? And being able to step in and make improvements to the technology, Altman explains. It's crucial, according to Altman, that users can communicate with each ChatGPT version. If we just developed this in secret in our little lab here and made ChatGPT 7 and then dropped it on the world all at once, that I think is a situation with a lot more downside, Altman stated. People need time to adjust, respond, and become accustomed to this technology, as well as recognize its drawbacks. Altman stated that OpenAI has a group of policymakers that determine what data enters ChatGPT and what ChatGPT is permitted to share with its users in regards to unlawful or ethically dubious content. We're talking to various policy and safety experts, getting audits of the system to try and address these issues and put something out that we think is safe and good. And again, we won't get it perfect the first time, but it's so important to learn the lessons and find the edges while the stakes are relatively low. What is Sam Altman's take on AI replacing humans and jobs? One of the worries regarding the damaging potential of this technology is its ability to replace jobs. Altman worries about how rapidly this might happen and predicts that it will replace some occupations in the near future. I think over a couple generations, humanity has proven that it can adapt wonderfully to major technological shifts, Altman stated. But if this happens in a single-digit number of years, some of these shifts, that is the part that I worry about the most. However, he advises against using ChatGPT as a substitute and instead view it as a tool. Human creativity is limitless, and we find new jobs, he continued. We discover fresh activities. According to Altman, the benefits of using ChatGPT as a tool for mankind exceeds the hazards. We can all have an incredible educator in our pockets that customized for us. That helps us learn. Altman stated, we can have medical advice for everyone that is beyond what we can get today. Due to reports of students using ChatGPT to cheat on homework, the app has gained controversy in the educational community. Teachers are divided on whether students can use this as an extension of themselves or if it discourages them from learning on their own. Technology will force a lot of changes in education, but this has happened before, Altman said, adding that children will have access to teachers outside of the classroom. One of the ones that I'm most excited about is the ability to provide individual learning, great individual learning for each student, for users in any industry. Altman and his team envision ChatGPT as a co-pilot, someone who could assist with problem solving or write large amounts of computer code. We can have that for every profession, and we can have that at a much higher quality of life, like standards of living. Altman stated, but we can also have new things that we can't even imagine today, so that's the promise. What's your take on Sam Altman's views on AI? Do you think that AI will replace humans in the future? Do let us know your thoughts and views in the comment section. Do subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories and updates. And do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications. And with that, this is goodbye.